Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode of Unobtained. We're in 1.9, and today we are going to obtain, a cactus. Come on. There it is. Thank you very much. We now have the unobtainable cactus. Okay. That was an easy obtainable. Yeah, so I could have probably fit that in last episode, but I wanted to do some more in 1.9, and I wanted to do some tests on some unobtainables with you guys. Because essentially there has been a lot of I guess there's a lot of things that haven't necessarily been tested in creative and stuff. Like I have some question marks starting to fill up because I really haven't been doing any testing. I did most of this testing before I even started this series, believe it or not. So I'm starting to get to the point in my list and the stuff like that where I no longer have it confirmed or not. So, it'd be fun to kind of do that stuff with you guys, but I think also it would be good for me to get ahead on that. So I think just for this episode, we'll do that. And if you guys like that idea, I'll probably continue it. But I think, honestly, it's going to be cool just to show for this episode the testing and stuff like that and how I go through it, and maybe show you guys how you can, go about it. And I might, take you on a little bit of a journey on how I get unobtained done versus, just doing the unobtainables and then doing some building and, the kind of the formula I've gotten into. I would like to break that because it's always good to change habits. And my idea, I think, is pretty good. And I blabbered on already way too much. I gotta learn to do. I think that Okay, I'm assuming the next clip. All right, so the first thing to do is to come to the Wikipedia nowadays. Originally, I would use a Google Doc that I created with some help, but now, basically, I'm just referring to this Wikipedia page because it's so much better than my document. So I always refer here and my document, because the document does show a good amount of order, and then I check here for other stuff. And from now on, this video on this link here will be in the description of all of my videos, so that it'll be in like the main links page in my description. So yeah, and if you guys don't look at my description, I highly recommend it because there's a lot of things that you guys ask for in the comments in the description. Just, descriptions are a lot more useful than you can think. So yeah, you can see a lot of cool things here. There's so many things, as you can see. Some of this we've done, some of this we haven't. And you can see that we also have these versions, which I know are in work in progress, but it looks like they've gotten up till here, which is pretty impressive. Yeah, look at that. So they have been hard at work. I will tell you that I have contributed to this, but not much. The main contributors are Blue Crab, because he's the one that created it, and then I'll put a list of names on screen right now because I can't recall them right now. Sorry, guys. Of the main people that contribute. So yeah. Anyways, for 1.9, we're gonna click 1.9. And yeah, so I already see one thing that I can add is I can add the cactus thing here because it isn't here. So yeah, but we do have this other thing to do, which is the container minecart. So you can click on that page and it'll take you to a page detailing on exactly how to do it. And it'll explain what's happened. It usually has a little picture, some versions. Yeah, this thing is really awesome. Like, really cool symbol created by someone in the community. And yeah, honestly, it's a really, really, really cool system that I think just, oh man, it's beautiful. So yeah, that's the first step. The next step is to go into Minecraft and test some things out. All right, so I did some research, and it turns out vines and lily pads we can't get some textureless versions of. I looked all over the wiki and I didn't see anything. So yeah, anyways, these are the 4 minecarts. We're just gonna, I mean, I know they work, but I'm just gonna show you kind of how I would test something. So I'd set it up in creative, and if we go ahead and remove it, you can see the names are nice and interesting. We have 3 different variants, so that's cool. And then, you know, it's just a furnace, hopper, chest, and regular minecart, and you place them on a rail, destroy them, and you get the special named minecart. So we can just do that with a bunch of minecarts and make like a double chest of them or something. There's no need to dupe these because they're really just minecarts with interesting names. So, and technically you can rename it because it is slanted text. These ones I don't think you can because they're extra entities, or sorry, not entities, characters. So yeah, but these two you could definitely make in just survival with an anvil. I'm not sure about these. Anyhow, that is that. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, yeah, my skin is looking Halloweeny. So, yeah, it's November, but you know, Halloween skin. Okay. See you at the world. Okay, so I just discovered that my entire recording from the last maybe 20 minutes, it was probably a 20-minute long recording. That would have been edited down, obviously, but I didn't hit record. So, yeah, I did things with the minecarts. So it turns out we can also get TNT variants, which is awesome. So yeah, as you can see through here, we have all the weird names. If you guys want to like pause the video at any specific one, go ahead, but it's a combination of using an empty minecart, a furnace minecart, a chest minecart, a TNT minecart, or a hopper minecart, all in that. And another thing I did is I showed off my dupes I did for food. I didn't want to like farm any food, so I duped a bunch. A lot of people were like kind of ho-hum about the whole dupe thing. I think this is all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do, and I just don't want to like, because for me, making a food farm is very low on my priorities in this world, and I just would rather have an infinite supply basically of golden carrots. So yeah, and if it comes like if we run out of that, I'll obviously make a farm. That's like I'm not gonna dupe any more than that. That's tons, but it should last us for eternity. My God. And then yeah, I did the unobtainables here and the bedrock, which is good. We're gonna have to move soon. Yeah. And then I showed off my storage room progress because I have been working a lot at the storage room. For one thing, I've just been spending my free time when I'm on Minecraft. I've just been working on the storage room, you know, starting to place in chests, crafting things I need, building up, you know, what needs to be done. It's kind of a tedious thing to build, which is unfortunate, but also, you know, I can deal with. I also built this little tunnel here that I'm gonna extend properly, but it goes right to here, so it's a nice little shortcut. And yeah, as you can see, this is our completed one. Or no, this is not the completed one. This is the one I've been working on. This is the completed one. And I've placed in the chest for each one just to give an idea of, you know, where I'm going to put all the sorters. And what I'm going to do next is probably finish up the room design on each wing. Then I'm going to build up the actual sorting system. I'm going to dig out a bunch more room because we're going to need it just to visualize how things are going to go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put things together how I would like them to be and start setting up filters slowly but surely, and probably set up some sort of item system where I can throw items into here and it goes in the storage system, or maybe there's a chest here or a chest here or something, or somewhere, just a chest somewhere. Maybe, heck, like up here I can just input stuff. That would be pretty cool. And then obviously we have to finish the ceiling too, which I'm going to do out of quartz. It's going to be pretty cool. But lots of stuff to be doing in this room. I don't even know how I'm going to get done with it all. I think I'm just going to work on it here and there and in streams, I think is the kind of the idea here, as well as a time lapse right now to finish up the aesthetics of each 4 of these. Or at least finish this one and maybe that one. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to try to do them all. So enjoy this time lapse. That'll probably take me an eternity, but I don't know if you guys could tell, but I forgot to record a lot of it. But hey, we got all four done, which is great. It really just so that's really good because all we have to do now is the storage system or the actual redstone behind it, which is my favorite part. So yeah, we got the for me the grindy part out of the way. And now it's just a matter of digging out a few more blocks on each of these. I think this needs to come 3 more out, and then do that for each side, and then we'll build stuff up and hopefully get this starting to function a bit more on the storage system side. I didn't do the ceiling yet. I still don't know what I want to do. I think I want to do that in creative first. But yeah, guys, so this episode has been kind of a long process. There's been a kind of a big project in the works that I've taken a little bit of break from actually recording because there's a pretty massive project going on right now on my channel. No spoilers, but it has to do with 1 year of Unobtained. So it's going to be pretty special, but I wanted to get this episode out before that one because, well, that one's still got quite a ways to go in terms of working on it and stuff. So yeah, but obviously no spoilers, but yeah, ooh, there's not a whole lot left for me to do besides, prepare for the next version, which is going to be a little bit later in 1.9. We're going to do some other things in 1.9 with some mobs and stuff. And I really can't think of much else to do actually. So, yeah, guys, I really just think that what we can do now is a little bit of work on this. I think we're gonna replant this and clean it up a little bit. This area here, it's one of the first things we built in our world, and it's definitely aged well. It's definitely still looking pretty nice, given that the blocks that we used at the time were like really limited. But I think it's definitely evolved good. But over time, there's been these little spots where this stuff is, stopped, and then there's also, it just needs a little bit of work. I think we could do this a little bit better now with a hay bale instead, right here with these on the side. So I think that definitely means we should, harvest some of this up, fix a few things up here, plant carrots on the bottom, then wheat, and see what happens with that. And then probably put away all my stuff into this storage room here, and then I think we'll call it an episode. Alright, it hasn't looked like that in such a long time. I'm honestly really happy that we did that, and I fixed up this guy over here so he looks nice and fresh. Look at that, we got our scarecrow right up there with the updated hay bale. So yeah, we did quite a bit. I don't know what else to say. It's back to kind of how it was when we first built it. Down here, I guess we can breed these guys up, like that. Okay. So yeah, we have a chicken coop here. I guess we can start breeding them up more and more. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff we got to do like that, because this world is starting to get on its this starter part of the world has become a bit more on the older side of things, so it's good to keep up on things like that. Wasn't a long process, but it definitely made a difference. I think the next thing I want to do is this hillside right here is looking a little bit sad. It's kind of been neglected, so I'd like to clean this hillside up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. All right, and again, just it's just little updates. This didn't take that long. I made like a little rock garden here. It looks pretty good. I was originally gonna try to do a mushroom, but I couldn't figure out how to. I forget. I think I need a mycelium block to put them on right now. So That sucks. But yeah, I think like those little updates just change your world so much, especially when, you're trying to, do a little something, something to just make your world so much nicer. I think that's one big thing you can do is just small terraforming projects. Like from here now, that's a nice hill. It's like the hillside kind of matches. You got this rock garden here. You walk up beside it, and it's like way better than it was. And it didn't take me that long. Now the next one I'm gonna do is this side here. I've tried a lot of things over here, but I think what the best thing to do is to just fill this in right here with regular dirt and grass here. So yeah, and just kind of fill it up a bit more and get rid of that waterfall or make it a bit nicer. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Well, just a little bit of work ties things up in anyone's world so well. We have this area here, this area here. It just changes it. We have the farm growing and stuff. Oh man, looking really nice. So yeah, that's about it for today's episode, guys. I'm gonna call it there because, well, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, please leave a like or something. I don't know. There's a lot of buttons down there, I'm pretty sure. YouTube has a lot of buttons, so click some of them. Anyways, see you in the next episode of whatever I make. Goodbye.